Good morning and welcome to Friday on Gaming with ADHD, where I've been a complete and utter slacker for like a month. I apologize, folks. I don't know why I've been in such a slump, but I am still here. I am still trying to do the YouTube / hobby / whatever thing it is. And so, you know what? We're just gonna have a nice, chill hangout. It is Friday afternoon. Hopefully, most of you are off of work. If you are, I don't know why you're here hanging out with me, but I still appreciate it. So, it has been a busy couple of months between Vegas for Dice Tower West and California for a wedding and a couple weeks home and then going on a cruise and all sorts of stuff. I've just been literally all over the place, and so it's kind of distracted me. And then I got home from the cruise a week ago. Yes, a week ago. And thanks, Mundo. Good to see you here, sir. And yes, you are first and only, I think. But that's okay. But the last couple of days, I just got some sort of congestion, and it's just not going away. And so I have just been blarg. But we're going to ignore that. We're going to power through, because that's the worst part. It's not even like a sick where I'm like, oh, I have man flu, and so I must stay in bed because I'm dead. It's just I'm tired and coughing and it won't stop. Anyways, enough about me being whiny. All right. So today, all right. So there is a small problem. Number one, I have not delivered Mundo his painted miniature. That is completely on me. I need to finish the base. I have not done so yet. That's the problem, is when you have a good friend who's very patient with you, sometimes it just poof, escapes the squirrel brain. So Mundo, I do apologize. But we'll get that done. We'll get that delivered to you. Second off, for April, the winner was Chris Hilt. However, he has asked that instead of him getting a second miniature right away, that instead we give the miniature to Hungar the Starvarian, who's a good friend of the channel. If you want to see some fun, you need to check out on GM Cody's channel the session of Palladium Fantasy that we played last night. It was great. It was so much fun. Definitely check that out, because that was a good time. Anyways, but the April miniature for the member giveaway is going to Hungar, and so I have the miniature. I have it painted, but because of the cough and everything, I'm not sure if it was going to be a good stream day or how long I'm necessarily going to last. So I didn't want to schedule it for today. So instead, I will be doing it on Monday. Yes, I know that just means that I suck at doing everything that I do as usual, but I just wanted to be very upfront about that. So I guess with that out of the way, I should probably just, flip over to these stupid flies are still in the house. Let's flip over to the table, and I'm going to explain what I'm working on. All right, so while I was on the cruise, I took way too many books with me. Peanut Gallery was super happy about it. Let's just put it that way. And the only books that I ended up actually reading were the books for Necromunda. Mostly trying to focus on this one, House of Iron, which is the book for the Orlocks. Basically, I'm showing this just because it's going to show kind of like the look that they have, kind of like miners, physical laborer kind of stuff. Anyways, so this is the game that I am playing going to play for Necromunda. If you have watched any of or the 2 Necromunda videos that I put out, you'll understand why. I know that this channel has generally avoided Games Workshop, not like completely, but like it's just not something I focus on. But the short answer is I need to be a better friend. That also includes Mundo, and many of you. And a friend of mine wants to play Necromunda, so we're going to play Necromunda. So I found some 3D printed figures. I don't know why. I've gotten like for some reason I don't go looking for models anymore. It's like I just I go looking for 3D sculpts, and then I can just get and I can print whatever I want. And then I usually else like I'll get terrain and I'll get all sorts of stuff, and I don't like I can just kind of do it at my own pace, kind of. I don't know. It's weird. It's just how my brain's been going. So I have these guys. I started working on them the other night. I was trying to do something, so it was a little slow at night. If you know what that means, because I work at night. Anyways, so I started painting these guys up, and actually let's focus in. So I just roughed in some some colors. I did like an ivory for the cloth portions. I did dark golden brown. I'm trying to use my pro acryls a lot more. Spent the money on them. I should use them. But so I still need to come back in. There's a lot of metal. On the cover of the book, kind of the accent color, for lack of a better way to put it, was a blue, which I like blue. Blue's actually my favorite color. But I actually decided I wanted to go with like a green. So we're going to use some camo green on these guys to get them a little bit of color. I've also got some reds and some grays and some other stuff. But, we'll... Oh, that is a hot take. Good morning, Six World. Nice to see you, sir. Anyways, so these are all 3D printed. I've actually got links. If you do 3D printing, I've got links to the team that's been making them. They just go by Print Minis. So, anyways, so yeah, I'm just gonna work on these guys, and we'll talk about whatever we talk about, because it's a paint stream and that's how we roll. Anyways, but so like with Necromunda, I haven't seen anything amazing or revolutionary or oh my gosh, why have I not played this game any sooner? It's a standard Games Workshop game. It does seem to have a nice, robust campaign system in it. Actually, I kind of like the way, I will say there is a big change to their campaign system over the original one, where the original one was just, hey, play games. And so one person would spike and win the campaign. Another person would collapse and lose the campaign. But there was no real definitive end. It just played until everybody kind of gave up on it, because either they weren't going to advance or they were just dominating everyone. And so the new campaign system is actually kind of interesting because of the fact that it is literally designed play 6 games, however long it takes you. You want to do it once a month, you want to do it once a week. They recommend once a week. But their default rule is play once a week, or play 6 games. And so especially with my quote unquote plan of playing this because a friend wants to play it, you know what? Number one, 6 weeks. I can commit to 6 weeks or 6 games. I can commit to 6 games. I can let's see here. Zoom in. Focus. So I can commit to at least 6 games. And then maybe we come back and play it again, or we play something else, or I finally convince my friend to give Dead Zone or Kings of War a try. Hey, Sean, how are you, sir? I should be with us for Heroic on Tuesday. Yeah, you played last week. Right, you played last week. You did not play this week. So, Army Painter Speed Paint Peach Flesh Tone. I will look into that. I've wanted a good wash for skin tones. So I will take a look at that, Mundo. Thank you. Good morning, Steven. I am alive. I apologize, everyone, for not, like when I started the stream, I was talking about, well, this was a problem and this was a problem, and all of it's true. All of it's true. Good night, Steven. It's good to see you. I need to message you anyways, just to check up. Have a good night, buddy. A lot of it's been just kind of like the funk. Like, and it's really weird because it's like, it's not for like lack of it's not for like lack of desire to make videos or stream, but it's like it's struggling to just do it. It's like I'll sit here and it's like, oh, I could record something, or I could read a book, or I could do whatever, and my brain just kind of gets in a fog, and I just sit there. So like that's one reason that, like, when I get in a routine, I really like just holding on to the routine. Because otherwise my brain will just be like, and there's no dopamine here, so just move along. So anyways, yeah, it's yeah, and I know everybody gets there. I just it's part of what's been going on with me. So yeah, we're taking a break from Star Trek. We're gonna focus on Heroic. Cody almost, like, it's so frustrated because Cody almost canceled the Palladium fantasy game, which, again, if you haven't watched last night's episode, go check that out. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Like, Cody was just kind of like dragging us a direction, and And I decided, you know what? I'm gonna just sink into this hook and let's see where it goes. And Bear the whole time is just like, no, this is a horrible idea. We shouldn't be doing this. What are you doing? What? Like don't read the magic inscription. I'm just like, nah, let's go with it. So I have no idea what's going to happen, but it's going to be amazing. I am so excited. Anyways, so yeah, go check that out. Sixth World, we weren't even off the boat, and thanks, Chris. Have a good one, buddy. We weren't even off the boat, and Kim was saying we need to go on another one. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we're gonna see how long this stream lasts today. Yeah, we had a very relaxing week on the boat. It was great. All right, Mundo asks a question. He says, I need help, and maybe you can paint me in the right direction. I need bits for my 40k arcoflagellants. I need something that looks like stim injectors. Where can I get something like that? So for just bits, obviously my recommendation is going to be something 3D printed. I will look through my catalog and see what I can find. The company that makes, or the team that makes these miniatures that I 3D printed are doing miniatures for their version of House Delac in May. And so there might be something coming out from that. Alternatively, I would also look at the Raging Heroes figures that had all the stuff for Sisters armies. Maybe they just have some arcoflagellants in there. So yeah, if you want to look yourself, check. I mean, just MyMiniFactory. Let's see. Like, well, I mean, I know that Raging Heroes doesn't do bits for their models, so you might just have to go with full models or print the full model and then cut bits off. I mean, I think your only downside to stim injectors is you're dealing with very, very small parts. So stuff like that is usually going to be like sculpted onto the miniature or some other part of the miniature. So just something to think about. I believe it is what she said. Okay. And I apologize, especially if Max Liao comes in. I am sucking on cough drops because so anyhow, essentially those would be where I would start. For MyMiniFactory, you know, maybe see if you could find something along the lines of arcoflagellants or stuff like that. Actually, real quick, I really like so far I really like that color combination. The green, the brown, and the ivory. The ivory is very bright for, you know, essentially a group of miners, but let's be honest, I'm going to wash the crap out of it, so it's going to have a lot of brown on it anyways. But it's a good base layer to start with. Anyhow, so the next game, wow. It looks like he's going to yell something about getting to the chopper. The Mundo says, the next GT I attend, I want to get a perfect painting score. I need to show kit bashing, plastic card use, and non-metallic metal effects. Those are like... Those are like... That's really odd, because those are like very... Those... All right, so... Let's hop in the Wayback Machine. So I used to be a Games Workshop outrider. So like I don't cover Warhammer because I don't like them. Or no, that's I don't cover Warhammer because I don't. No, so that's saying that I cover Warhammer because I don't like Games Workshop. Anyways, the point being, it's not because I hate Games Workshop. I don't cover them not because I hate Games Workshop. Man, English is hard. Oh, my friend Marcella would be murdering me right now just for saying that. Anyways, so hey, I am not trying to say that they are innocent or that they don't do stupid things. But it's like, even so, Game Master's made a really interesting comment on my Necromunda video. He's like, I've moved on, but when I used to play Games Workshop, I loved Necromunda. We had so much fun with it, and blah blah blah. And it made me think that, even when a company does stupid things or annoys you or disrespects the fans or whatever it is, we can move on, but still have a lot of good memories that come out because of it. Like, I have literal friends. Yeah. Yes, Mage's Musings. I want to be challenged when I want to hate something. Like, give me a find new and interesting ways for me to hate you. Anyways, so back to okay. This long-winded story is all about Mundo trying to get a perfect score in painting at his next big tournament, which is fine. I'm not saying don't do it. Trust me. This is just a little bit of criticism on the categories for the painting. So anyways, I used to be Games Workshop Outrider. I would run tournaments. I would host tournaments. I would go to the store and I'd say I would like well, basically I go in, run a tournament, bring in a bunch of people, and I'd get credit from Games Workshop and I'd get lots of extra goodies. Like that's how I afforded Warhammer when I got into it. Because I didn't have to spend money on it. So anyway, so looking at things like painting scores and categories, like it was always interesting because like they kept trying to refine the rules such that like it was really weird. It's like, okay, you're going to a tournament. I realized that tournaments for miniatures games can include multiple categories, such as your painting and your modeling and stuff. But to me, it's like to get a perfect painting score, you have to have kit bashing and plastic card and non-metallic. Like those are like completely different skill sets that to me would be more about a painting or a modeling competition, not a tournament, especially because it's like, okay, so I'm going to lose 2 points each because I didn't do any of those things. Like, I don't know. I think that kind of stuff should be included in like judges' discretion awards, like there was always one category in the score sheet. Like it's like, okay, did they use 3 colors? Did they base their models? Did they do X? Yeah, so you got 17 out of 20 points. Because that's another thing. They're not even they're like, oh well, it's like painting shouldn't be the deciding factor. So that's why they're not giving a ton of points to it anyways. But like, they had like they would always have like 9 things that pretty much everybody could get. And you still had people showing up with unpainted armies. Or unfinished armies or whatever. And anyway, so I think I'm just annoyed at like how specific those are. You have to convert a model. Like Games Workshop doesn't even want you converting models anymore, in my opinion. Like the way that the models assemble, the way the parts work, like it used to be like these guys. So let's look at like this guy. head, torso, arm, legs. Completely separate. Just glue them together. And it's like, to me, that's just, or like I can do almost anything with these models. And then sometimes I'll end up doing, essentially the same thing with the models. Apparently these guys only have a different head. That was purely by accident. But anyways, these guys actually have a decent amount of flexibility. I think the biggest drawback is just the number of parts that are included. I would like more parts, but they're a much smaller team. Anyhow, so I don't know. I'm sitting here whining a lot about just these rather specific requirements for the painting portion. Ugh. And anyways, I guess sorry for ranting. I mean, I guess I should also, not worry as much. I mean, Mundo says it's a GT, which typically those were higher tier anyways. I don't. Six World says I don't actually mind monopause minis. I don't really either. That actually wasn't a complaint about monopose minis. That was more just a comment about I don't think Games Workshop encourages the creativity as much anymore. And I think the model design is part of that. They're giving you models, and there's only one way to put them together. And I'm kind of comparing it to like the old metal models. That was really all you could do. But like the old plastics, like, I mean, you could customize and kit bash to your heart's content. And I think a lot of third-party models still let you do that. I just don't think it's as much from the Games Workshop models. But then also like non-metallic metals, like it's such a specific technique that I also kind of wonder, like, would it distract from the army if you have one model that has non-metallic metals, but that's it? That's why it's like I just look at those as so specific, and you have to use plasticard. What? Why? Plasticard's usually for like terrain. Why am I putting that into a model? I'm just confused, Mundo. I'm just glad you're having fun. So, and then actually the crazy thing here is this is I get what you're saying. I'm just like I said, it just seems like in an army, it seems like it would just look off to have one with non-metallic metals, and that's it. And it's a hobby first, game second. Yeah. Anyways, it's been interesting. It's like actually, so it was kind of funny because I was at I went to the Games Workshop store near me yesterday because I happened to go in during the store anniversary, and I bought the new Necromunda, the new Necromunda core book, and the new painting handle, which I haven't used yet, and I'm not sure I like. I kind of like this. It's so thin. I don't know. Maybe we'll try it here in a few minutes. But I had spent enough that I could get pins. And so they came in, and I went and got them yesterday. So we got a Blood Angel and a Fantasy Chaos Warrior. These are beefy. It's like, I mean, wait, what? What are you saying, Six World? Mercenary Market this weekend? I don't know. Is that over at Desert Games Mundo? Because I wasn't planning on it. If you're going to be there, though, I should go, because then I can bring you your miniature. Because I was a slacker. Oh, God. Okay, Six World. I got what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. I like this one. It's beefy enough. It sits in my hand right. You know, I'm like there's enough distance between my fingers holding this, whereas like this, now I'm having to squeeze it. Like I'm having to pinch everything. There are so many awkward words going on right now. Oh my gosh! He's not even here as the Legion of Myth. Look, John, I've already told you it's straight up my fault. Also, John, warning, I've got a cough drop on because I've been fighting a plague since I got off the boat. Since before I got off the boat, as Peanut Gallery reminds me. So I apologize in advance, but you're on my stream, buddy. Deal.
Just don't chew on
the That's what I get for going on a cruise run by a real life Skaven. That's funny. That's funny. Well done, Six World. Man, I really like this color combination. I'm really gonna like it when I get the wash on it, but man, like I am trying to stretch myself a little bit more and not copy as much. And John, you've seen the miniatures. You know they're painted. I'm just lazy at sending them. Yeah, I absolutely agree, Six World. I think this is gonna the wash is gonna pull everything out exactly like I wanted, I think. But we got to block in all of the other, AI art fake news. No, I will actually. You know what? Before I forget, because I was dumb, John, and I didn't copy your address when you sent me Star Wars. I just shot you an email asking for your address whenever you get it to me. Not saying I will send it out immediately thereafter, but soon. Well, probably next week. Anyways, so that reminds me that's another project I got to get working on, because I have until the 26th when my parents go to Montreal for a week. I'm going to send a care package. Anyhow. Yeah. No, again, it wasn't an immediate request. I just sent the email so that I know that I've sent it. Because, Brian never gets distracted. Seriously, I don't know how you all put up with me. What is it about this Brian guy? Is like, you know what? I'm gonna tune into his stream, and because he doesn't sound like an idiot, or maybe you turn in because I sound like an idiot. There's a thought. Day drinking helps. That is completely fair, Sean. Although I don't drink, so I can't verify myself. So, well, I appreciate it, Sean. Thank you. So what else has everyone been doing for gaming related? Like me, we did the Palladium game yesterday. I am actually ahead of the game, because so every year in board game stats on my iPad, I set up at least 2 challenges, and both of them are auto calculated. That's important. Oh, that sounds fun. Cool. I will keep an eye out for that, Sean. Sean says, Mr. Welch has a new video dropping soon. He recruited 50 of us with D&D channels to participate by contributing a short segment celebrating D&D's 50th. Keep an eye out for it. That actually should be a lot of fun. I will definitely check that out. Anyhow, so for board gaming, I set up every year at least 2 challenges. A 10 by 10, which means you play 10 games 10 times. I don't pick the games because that's like doing it on hard mode because you have to make yourself play those games. And I don't, my brain doesn't work that way. And Mr. Welch. Ooh. There you go, Mundo. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so a 10 by 10 where I just set it to auto calculate. So whatever I play, as it, like basically it's going to pull out the games that I've played the most during the year. That one I'm technically behind where I should be for the year. But I'm much closer to the tracking line than in years past. And then the second challenge is to play board games 100 times. So whether I play a game 20 times or whether I play it once, it would count for the challenge. And that one I'm actually like essentially that breaks down to like 2 a week, and I'm like 3 or 4 ahead. So I might actually finish it this year. I've never once finished it. I like for the 100 games or play games 100 times, I've gotten to like 70, maybe 80, I think. Anyways, so so that's where I'm doing with the board games. I actually took some board games and got a couple of plays in while I was on the cruise. If you haven't seen it, my review for Disney Animated. That was a bit of a that was I was pleasantly surprised by that one. There's this company, Prospero Hall. They got bought out by Funko, the guys that make the pop vinyls. But they're just this board game design house. Most of their stuff ends up in like Target. But they've got a license to do pretty much anything Disney. And Animated turned out to be actually like I'm actually kind of surprised because a lot of the games that they're putting out, like they're not super flashy, they're not, really fancy. But the gameplay is really, really good. Like I literally can't think of one that I'm just like, I didn't like this. Like they did a game based on Pan Am Airways, the airline that died in like the 90s or something. And that was surprisingly fun. It's like, why would I care? You know, it's about an airline that had its heyday in the 60s. And a board game released in the 2000s. Why would anyone care? And just surprisingly fun. Anyways, so they did this game animated. It's a cooperative board game, but you're also doing your own thing. So it like you have to work on your side of the board. Which is interesting because it ends up, I mean, it sort of solves the alpha gamer mentality, because the other players are worried about their stuff more than they're worried about everyone else's stuff. So that was interesting. Anyways, we played that on the cruise. Played Villainous on the cruise. I took some RPG books to try and get some more planning done for everything that I'm wanting to do. But kind of my priority is this in-person Star Wars game that I want to run. For some way less nerdy folks than myself. So that will be interesting. But instead, most of my available time ended up going towards reading Necromunda. So I've got that going. I've got what else? What else have I done? Actually, I think that's about it. But then I've got my friend that I'm going to play Necromunda with. Well, one of we're rounding a few people up to play. His birthday was last week, and so this week we are going over to his house to play games. Which actually, that's another reminder. Yes, ma'am. Okay, give me about 20 minutes. Okay, guys, we have about 20 minutes. Because apparently the peanut gallery is demanding food. And since she insists that I drive everywhere, anyhow, so, and also I am wanting to cough so much. So I didn't think this was going to be a super long stream, but I needed to do something. Dude, Mundo, passenger print, like she is a whole different level of passenger princess. Now that's partly my fault. Like you see the memes where it's like the passenger princess, you know, she'll control the music and she'll control the blah blah blah, and you know, she's just gonna sit there and read her book and sleep and whatnot. And she does all of that except for control what's on the radio. Because for some reason, she has let me dominate the radio for years. And so I'll turn on, we'll go out and I will probably turn on the Legion of Myth rando stream and check out what Max and crew are talking about, since I'm not joining them this week. I am going to try and join them like once a month though. So I kind of don't like listening to music. Like, even if I'm doing other stuff, like if I was just sitting here painting by myself, I wouldn't turn on music. I'd turn on some other YouTube channel, or, man, I'm really liking this color scheme. Gosh, this is great. I'd turn on another YouTube channel. I'd turn on an audiobook. I'd turn on, oh, I never painted his belt. Oh, well. I will have to go back and do it later. Just music does not. Well, Sean, let me tell you, for just randomly picking colors, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't completely random, but Six World, that does not surprise me, bro. What is my character for heroic? That would be, we made it the other day. That's the, oh crap. Singularity. Like, controlling gravity with my mind. And I have to like get like a daily injection thing or something, or I turn into an old man. Well, now you've got me curious. Let's see. Where is Acrobat? Yay, taxes. Singularity. There it is. All right. So singularity has the powers of levitation, gravity manipulation at mighty, and psionic bolts. I remember Bear's like, well, how are you going to mix those together? And I'm like, because he manipulates gravity with his mind. It's like, oh yeah, duh. I had it downloaded on my phone and I never got to that one. Because I wanted to give it time and be able to pay attention to it. And I just kept getting distracted. So I was on a cruise. And his talent is heir to fortune with business finance. A scientific or 2 scientific contacts, a mystical contact, and a political contact. I think I need to work in some details there. Gadgeteer, lucky. I need to reread those rules. Squirrels. So many squirrels. This guy right here, this is going to be my wrecker. Wreckers are Orlocks, essentially with jump packs. And I realize that these are like, upward pointing thrusters. But whatever. This whole back piece has kind of a I just figured it out. I figured out how to so that's the interesting thing. The last year, like a lot of things I kind of put into like role play terms. Like, how can I make that? So like I'm looking at this and it's like, so like wreckers are supposed to be like these jump pack troops, but with these little vents pointing up. I mean, that wouldn't make as much sense. Unless, instead of a jump pack, it's like Batman, like grappling hook gun things. So it like shoots out little like, and then like the cable pulls him off the ground. And so that's how the jump pack works instead of little rocket boosters. Which totally doesn't matter. I just say that he's got the gear and it's fine. But nope, here I am trying to justify how the miniature is modeled. Anyhow, yes, I will watch the first session before it gets played. Or before we play the next session. I have really enjoyed the Tuesday group as well. Like, I kind of wish we were still playing Star Trek, but Bear's ADHD is, kind of hit him as well. Which is fine. Anyhow. All right, so anything else I should be aware of? Anything that you guys are wanting to hear my opinion on for some weird reason, like videos that you want me to make, or I can't promise I'll make them, but we'll try. Actually, I should do a video on the Star Wars characters that I'm making. Claricon, I know we were all talking about it, but I don't think so, Sean. I need to talk to Kim, figure out what we are doing about that time. Because it is our anniversary, so maybe we go up a little early and check out Toronto, but yeah, I know. I don't know. It's not off the table, but it's not necessarily on the table. It's on Schrodinger's table. Yeah, see, that's kind of one of my that's kind of one of my questions, because like it's not as cheap to fly in to Canada from the United States, but it's fairly cheap to fly in to portions of the United States that are very close to Canada. But then the question is, if I rent a car, am I allowed to drive it into Canada? Because I would totally do that. But there's probably something with the rental company. I'm like, you can't take it across the border. See, now you've got me curious. Let's take a look real quick. Can I drive a rental car across the border with Canada? Okay, budget. Yes, you can take a rental car to Canada after you pick up a vehicle at many U.S. budget locations. Keep in mind that taking a rental car to Canada requires a Canadian non-resident insurance card that indicates you have auto insurance that works in Canada. You can get a free non-resident insurance card at the budget rental card, so make sure to tell your agent your rental plans went. Okay. All right, so apparently you can take a rental car into Canada, at least in some cases. Yeah, my okay, so this is actually kind of funny. My mom, for her birthday, wants to go to Montreal. Yes, my list of excuses continues to diminish. And so my brother is going to go up and surprise my mom and dad on their trip. And he's trying to get all of us to go do it because his mom's 80th birthday. And we were considering it, but now I don't think we're considering. I don't know what Kim and I are doing. Anyways.
All the Disney cruises.
So but especially getting off the cruise and Kim wanting to book another cruise. Not sure we're going to make it up to Montreal in May. But that could technically open up Toronto in October. I don't know. Kim and I need to discuss. Yeah, especially if I can fly into Buffalo cheap and drive a car over. That makes a lot more sense. All right. Oh, I've pretty much got it. All right, cool. I pretty much got everyone done. So I need to find... All right, you know what? We'll do this. I need to find something on these guys because I have these two guys that don't really have the same setup where I can put the green paint. So I'm going to give them a green shirt. I've been painting for almost an hour and a half. And I've only used one color. No, that is a very important consideration, Sean, because let's just say right before is the anniversary. Not as big this year as it was last year, which I guess technically is wrong because it would be a bigger number than last year. I'm just saying it's a less notable anniversary. I feel fine about the color itself. I'm just extremely happy with the color combination, Sean. I might have mentioned it during the stream at some point. Maybe. All right, cool. I got some green on all of these guys. Yeah, I'm not going to give them bad paint jobs, but they are going to be relatively quick. Let's see. See, again, I like that color combination, especially from here. I'm a little closer than arm's length away. It's a nice mix of color. That's gonna be cool. All right, let's do this. Okay, so Monday, actually, it will probably be a morning stream, and we're gonna paint that guy, and we're painting it for Hungar. I am, so that's going to be interesting because I've decided I want to stretch myself a little bit with how I paint it. It is a Hatamoto Chi, which looks like a Japanese samurai, and Hungar would like it to look like a Japanese samurai. And so I did some research on what samurai armor looks like. And so I have some theories on how we're going to paint this. And we're going to see if it works. I don't know. I'm a bit nervous, but I am also like, I think I can do it. I'm going to stretch myself. So it's going to be really interesting. So it will probably be a morning stream on Monday. Just got to suss out how this weekend goes, and hopefully this cough goes away. Yeah, we're not even at an hour and a half, and I'm already kind of struggling talking. So anyways, more videos this week. Unboxings, I got to get through those. I've got I want to get these this gang finished up so that I can do a miniatures review on Monday, and go from there. Use my psionics. Yeah, everybody just listen. The words I speak will just appear in your mind. Anyways, nobody wants that. That would be horrible. All right. So with that said, I'm gonna go feed, the peanut gallery before she murders me. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for keeping me company, and we'll talk to you next time.